You don't have it. Your dog eat it? Your grandma died. Okay, heard that one before. You were at the funeral last night, I bet. I bet you were. Do you have any pictures? Let me see. No, not of you at the funeral. Of your grandma. Do you have any pictures of your grandma? That's a casket. How do I know that your grandma's in there? You could have been at any funeral. I need to see your grandma. Open the casket. Her eyes are closed. Look, I want to believe you, but like, she could be taking a nap in there, you know? Do you have a video of her last breath? You knew you had this essay due. Oh, why didn't you get a video of her last breath? Take me to the cemetery, come on. Get up, we're going to the cemetery. Grab a shovel. Grab a shovel and dig her up. She could be alive under there. Come on, you're wasting your own time. Oh, she was cremated. That's convenient. Guess I'll just have to trust you. I want that paper on my desk by 3 p.m. Get going, you have 10 minutes. Oh, and one last thing. Don't let this happen again. I don't want any dirt or ashes on the paper.
Okay, real talk, even though this video is very humorous and I love how it pokes fun at this idea, but unfortunately this does happen. My sister actually tagged me in the comments for a very good reason. Those who don't know, I am in a master's program for counseling, and my dad recently passed away like 3 months ago. Right before the semester started, like a week before, and I actually messaged all of my upcoming professors and let them know what was going on. I'm in 3 classes, which is like a full-time status, whatever. And pretty much all of them have been very reasonable. The first 3 weeks of class I missed because I was out of town. Not only did my dad pass away, it was very unexpected and he did not leave a will. So my sister and I are the only 2 siblings and we have to deal with everything. We are the next of kin. So that means probate, all of the arrangements, all the administrative stuff. So it's much more than grief. You're handling so much more. Now, it is important, like I said, I am a counseling student. All of my professors are counselors. They all have an understanding, or should have an understanding, of grief. The most, I think, well-equipped professors you could ever have when it comes to having a student dealing with something like this. About 2 months after my dad passed into the semester and everything, and I'm pretty much caught up at this point, but you're still grieving and you're still kind of like having those really rough days and you kind of fall back and you go forward and things like that. I will say, like, at first, all 3 of my professors have been very understanding, and 2 of them have been incredible throughout the whole process. Now, there's been this one that literally I was late on an assignment because I got my dates mixed up and I was having a really rough week. So not am I only keeping up with 3 classes on top of grief, on top of doing all the administrative stuff along with my sister and being out of state, blah blah blah. I'm having a hard time, pretty much. And so I noticed that I'm doing this assignment last minute, and this happened a couple times. I mean, it's kind of understandable, right? And let me give you a comparison between 2 instructors. So the first one, this was a separate assignment, and I realized I was, like, going to be late, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, it's been a rough week, and I'm just, like, I'm caught up, but I'm still kind of playing catch-up because everything's hard. I also said, like, I completely understand if I get points deducted for this, like, take responsibility, but, like, my mind is just not where I want it to be. The understanding instructor is literally like, no, it's totally fine. Like, you've been very communicative. I understand your circumstance. Like, it's nothing on you. Like, you're doing your best and you'll get full credit. It's, thanks for letting me know. On the other hand, I noticed the grade. I got like half points because I didn't reply to other people's posts in time. And so when I noticed the grade, I was like, I'm really sorry. Like, I have had a rough week. The grief has not been the best, obviously. Not the best. That's, like, not a good way to put it. Literally, that's how my brain has been lately. Anyway, been dealing with the grief, blah, blah, blah. Like, life sucks right now and it's hard, and I'm dealing with 3 classes, total, on top of everything else. Guess what their reply to me was? Well, the due dates are outlined in Canvas and in the syllabus, so you should have known better. Okay, I get it. I completely get it. I completely understand being late for stuff and everything. And if you have a student who is consistently late. But the fact that I was given no leniency for that kind of makes me angry. Maybe it's not as extreme as like the duet to in reply to this original video, but it's like under the same premise of not understanding what a student is going through. Mind you, and I repeat, all of these professors are mental health counselors. You'd figured this one would be more understanding, but